Hello YouTube. I want to discuss the recent scandal of sexual abuse by Johnny's Entertainment involving minors, which has stirred quite a reaction globally. Johnny Fukushima, the current president of Johnny's Entertainment, has apologized in a press conference, bowing his head 4 times. This case has thereby garnered significant attention. Johnny's Entertainment, after Johnny Kitagawa passed away, and considering Mary, Johnny's sister, could Jolie be Mary's daughter? In this context, as the founder and previous president is her uncle, Jolie was a director of Johnny's Entertainment during the alleged period of sexual abuse. She held responsibility, and it would be legally challenging to escape the consequences, although she claimed she was unaware. A civil lawsuit was filed, with some judgments against them, despite the uncle's denial. As a director, it was her duty to verify the truth behind these allegations, but this entire system, which Johnny Kitagawa, with his truly genius perspective, used to discover young boys and groom them as Johnny's juniors, could fall apart. In fact, his genius talent scouting might have stemmed from an unhealthy obsession with underage boys. But without a third-party committee to investigate, it's a shame we may never fully understand the situation. This typical Japanese approach of apologizing without knowing the full story is concerning. If this happened in Europe or the US, regardless of apologies, substantial compensation would be demanded in civil court. Many things are coming to light in this scandal. If the victims start to file lawsuits, they might be awarded significant damages. This matter is indeed complicated. In this case, child abuse, particularly against minors, is heavily punished in the West to the point that culprits often can't reintegrate into society. It's a severe social punishment. Naturally, talents from Johnny's Entertainment should at least never appear in media again, but it may go beyond this, extending to those who conducted business with Johnny's Entertainment, such as TV stations, media outlets, financiers, or people from affiliated companies, executives, and also famous musicians who contributed a lot to them. The implications spread far and wide. There was the renowned child David's case, also known as the Epstein case. I wonder if Mr. Epstein committed suicide in a criminal detention facility due to this incident. Although he's now deceased, he was incredibly wealthy. Just by accepting his funding, you could be ostracized from society. For instance, there's a man named Ito in the Japanese internet sphere. A legendary figure, he was the director of MIT's Media Lab. For merely receiving money from Epstein, he was dismissed and punished in such a way he would never be allowed to return to work. Thinking this way, Johnny's office, being the current one, is no different. Makes one wonder what's happening with the talents who have left Johnny's agency. If what Mr. Cowan accused them of is true, it implies they condone such actions for their younger associates, even though we ourselves may be victims. It's like you'd have to go through this ceremony in order to succeed. It's conceivable that he didn't want his juniors to experience such outcomes. So, by Western standards, these people would feel as if they may never be on media again, at least not in major media outlets. If you asked why this happened, the answer would probably be child David's. In any case, organizations working to prevent child abuse hold immense power. These include platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime. I wonder if they would feature people from Johnny's or those who left Johnny's on such a global platform. This incites severe criticism and boycotts, as it is seen as endorsing unfavorable behavior. Hence, people would naturally avoid such media. I believe such a major event could seriously infringe upon the media. But the most intriguing part is the Tokyo Special Investigation Department and the police. It's strange that, despite their fondness for grandstand plays, the police aren't making any moves. Personally, I think this makes the issue even murkier. This is just speculation. But isn't it odd that they're not taking any action? It's the TV stations or Dentsu. They're currently under scrutiny for alleged corruption in the Olympics. The Tokyo Special Investigations Department claims to be on the side of justice, stating that they would not tolerate any misconduct towards minors. Isn't it amazing they're coming forward assertively? After all, they possess their own investigative authority, as I've mentioned numerous times. Speaking of a German government office, each prosecutor is essentially a government body in themselves. It resembles the Ministry of Justice. Thus, you're free to act on your own. At least, it is entirely feasible to carry out independent actions before an incident occurs. It's not wrong to manipulate this incident, but why isn't it happening? This place is likely dark, but it's merely a possibility. Isn't there an issue like sexual entertainment? I don't know how explicit they were. Sexual entertainment often comes up in the entertainment business. Actually, it's to help market my talent. Honestly, no one in this modern world would say something like, "I just need a good night's sleep." That sort of thing. Well, there aren't people doing things like shady sales anymore. Of course, I have never encountered something like that. Besides, I usually enjoy drinking parties with female anchors or talents from entertainment agencies. There are places like that, but usually things like line exchanges happen. I sometimes ask someone out to eat with me or something. Of course, it's unlikely for an office president to ask you to such things. That might have happened in the Showa era, but not anymore. Johnny's office has been around since the Showa era, right? I don't know how much of it is Meiji-like or if it's just the ambience. Of course, this also applies to police and prosecutors. I like small boys, and I fancy good-looking boys. I'm sure there are celebrities like that as well. I don't know if that's what those people went through. It's like sexual entertainment or sexual favors. I assumed something like that had already been done. The actions of this investigative agency don't seem very good. Thinking about that, wherever you go, this issue could turn into a criminal case. It's odd that something like this hasn't become a criminal case, despite all the commotion. This is what I thought about this incident. I believe Johnny's office might struggle a bit from now on. Will Japanese TV stations be able to endure to the end or not? Even Japanese TV stations need to expand globally. Of course, I believe they will face pressure from foreign platform operators. We're thinking we might not be able to hold out. In other words, it's a good business.